I gave and gave and gave and still felt fucking invisible. Like, when is it going to be my turn?
I was tired of not being heard. How loud and how long do I have to scream?
This is your permission slip
To be raw, real,
and radically free. Welcome to Permission Slip. So this is our first episode. I am Diam. This is my sister from another Mr. Bestie. I don't even know how to
I
describe
don't know.
us, but this is Karen.
Hi, hello. Happy to be here
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So we've been talking about building this podcast for quite some time with the
for a
intention
year,
of,
for a whole year.
yeah, long
It's
time,
crazy.
right? And we fuck, I love you to a million pieces, like a
Same.
million pieces. And you're my biggest support system, my pillar strength, my confidant, all the things. So I'm
Aw,
so grateful that we get to do this together.
yeah, me
And
too.
right. And it's like,
So exciting.
it's so much fun. We're going to have so much fun during this. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to play interviewers because you've got an
Yeah.
amazing background in
Mm-hmm.
professional broadcasting.
40 years of broadcasting. Oik.
40 years in a
40
man's
years.
fucking world,
Yeah.
broadcasting
Yeah.
on radio. And what was so fun is when we were practicing, not practicing, but like talking out like the intention of this podcast. And you said to me on the radio, I got to say shit once in a while, but now I get to say motherfucker
I
all
get
the
to
time.
say all the, watch me be really prudish about it and go, because I'm not used to being able to do that. So when I worked at a rock radio station, they would say, listen, if you can get shit in there once in a while, just slide it in and don't make a big deal about it. But now shit is nothing. It's
Right?
fuck, I want to say.
Yeah. It's fuck you want to say, it's fuck I
I,
want to do.
right?
So,
Talk about the polarity here, right? The light, the
right.
dark, there it is.
Yeah. So our intention is always we're going to be in the comments. We're going to be looking at the comments. We want to
Yes.
know what do you want conversations about? We're both women that have become our own men.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yes.
are partners. We are mothers. We are sisters. We are all of the fucking things that can be labeled under what it is to be a woman in this
Right.
world. Right.
I mean, we're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about, or people who don't want sex and
Yeah.
daily life, micro, macro, as we always say. We'll take it from the micro to the macro. And if you have any suggestions on what you want to talk about, if you want to join the show with a comment, please leave it underneath. We'll be checking that constantly.
100%.
I'll be
Yeah.
looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Well, I
let's,
think we should start doing our favorite Barbara Walters impersonation.
okay. Can I pull off a Barbara Walters?
Of course you can.
Okay, so tell me more about.
That's not bad, actually. That's not actually bad.
I don't think she's British.
No, she was hard New York, hard New
Yeah,
Yorker. She had
yeah,
that New Yorker, Brooklyn kind of accent. But
yeah.
okay, who wants to start?
I'm gonna let you start, and then I'm gonna
Okay,
I'm gonna follow along because I
okay,
know you're way more prepared than I am, as per usual.
okay. So here's how this is going to go. I know that most people that are listening and watching this podcast are your followers. You've got, because I've been one of them for 3 years. I think I've known you now. And my story was that I was calling in more. I needed more, and all of a sudden, poof. There Diamond was on my TikTok. And I went, well, isn't this interesting? Watched every single video she's ever done. And I realized that she was only talking to me. So if
Just
that
you.
rings a bell, right? So you probably have been following along too. So you know a lot about her. So I thought we'd go a little behind the scenes of Diamond No and see what she has to say about certain things. Some of these are just fun and goofy, and
All
some
right.
are have a little more depth. So question number one, you've only got 3 words to use. Who is Diamond No in 3 words?
Passion.
Mm.
Girl, you're putting me on the spot. I am passion. I am, what would be a word for don't put me in a fucking box because I don't belong.
Yeah, you're
Like
your own thing.
I cannot, I do not want to look like anyone. I don't want to be anyone. I don't want to, I'm not in it for that. And then I would
Unique.
actually say, yeah, like unique, quirky weirdo. And deep, man. I am
Yeah,
deep.
yeah.
Yeah. But I'm
You
also
are
wild. I
extremely
can't just have three
intelligent.
words. I can't just have 3 words because that's putting
Well,
me in a box. I want to add in the word wild.
That's true. That's true. If you've seen her alter ego, Veronica,
Veronica.
she's wild. She's wild, but
She
she's
is so
fun.
wild.
We love her too.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you hope now that you describe yourself that way? How do you hope others describe you the same way?
Mm,
Because I would say
yeah.
you are one of the most intelligent people I've had the honor of working with, chatting to, having in my life, because you're well rounded. You can talk about anything, really.
I can. I can talk about everything and anything forever. I have that gift. Like, but I would, it's interesting because like I know our followers love the spicy version of me.
Mm-hmm.
And the not everybody gets to see the very deep, loving, nurturing side of me.
That's
So
true.
a combination of those two things, like, yeah, yeah. But
That
it
would
also it doesn't matter to me because how you perceive me, it takes one to perceive
to no
one. So
one.
however you
That's for
perceive
sure.
me is actually just you. Yep.
Yay. Well, then I'm looking pretty good over here. I like it. I like how this works. Okay, so we often talk about bucket lists. Like, what is on your bucket list?
Oh, so many things. I've conquered most of it. So let's see. When I was given my second round of cancer, I had a secondary condition called, well, it doesn't even matter. I'm not even going to get into it because it doesn't matter. I experienced a lot of things and I was given 8 weeks to live. And at that
Mhm.
point, I was like, bucket list done. Like, I got to do this. So I did it. I sold my whole life. I moved to Costa Rica for a few years. I've traveled like all of my destinations except for New Zealand. I do have one bucket list thing that I'll share with you.
Oh,
Um, like I've lived, and my bucket list is there's only one thing in it, but for the majority, it is like daily. How am I living? Like, did I live today? Did I live in
mm,
passion? Did I experience passion? Did I experience laughter? Did I experience getting to talk in an animal voice to my animals, my baby voice that I do? Because, oh my God, I love my animals. I'm such an animal
hmm.
lover. Did I get to experience a forehead kiss? Did I get to experience a hug? Like every day, I have this little bucket list, this little macro
Ah,
list of did I live today? And I function that way all of the time.
mm.
If I were to put one big item on it, there is this like in New Zealand, there's this mountain, and at the top of the mountain, there's a tribe. And you climb the
Oh,
mountain. You have to get a tour guide and you have to be accepted into this tribe. And
ah,
there's a I don't know what to call her because I don't know the title that she would be called, but she's like a shaman kind of energy. And
hmm.
so she'll sit silently looking at you, connecting into your energy, and she'll get a download of either an animal or a design or something, and then with whalebone tattooed on your body.
Oh, I love that.
I know I love all of it except
Whoa.
for climbing the mountain. Like I don't want to climb a mountain, but I would for that
Well,
experience.
can we chop her in? Can we get a helicopter, or do you have to
I
do the
think that
full?
might be against her like ways
Oh,
of
shoot.
being,
Okay.
right? You could chopper me in.
Oh,
That might be
wow.
against that might not be allowed because it's very
Right.
sacred land.
Yeah,
But that's like, I don't know, I think
that's
that'd be the
amazing.
fucking coolest experience,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would love that too. That would be
Like my
absolutely cool.
my whole life journey is tattooed on my body. Every
Yes.
single one of my tattoos has the
How many do
craziest
you have?
stories. I can't count them. They're
No.
everywhere. Like my
Yeah.
arms, my back, my legs. Oh, I guess that's it. My arms, my back. Oh, and my chest now.
Your chest, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
That's it's beautiful.
There's
It is
lots of them.
beautiful. There's lots of them. It's good. I'm glad
Mhm.
to know that that's at the
How
top
many
of your bucket
tattoos do
list.
you have?
I only have two. And it's just because I can't think of anything else that I wanted to put on there, you know. So
Mm.
I knew I wanted stuff. So you know, what's funny is before you ever came along, I don't know if you can see that there, the infinity symbol with a
Yeah.
heart. And I had got that years ago because the infinity symbol was somehow calling to me quite a few years ago. And I didn't know why until you came into my life and you explained the power of 369. And I just sat there with my mouth. I think about the first year that I listened to you, my mouth was open the entire time, catching flies. Like,
And then you
it's
met
just,
Veronica, and then your mouth was open.
oh, then it hit the floor. It was like, what is going on here? Is this the same person?
Oh
You
my goodness.
definitely have to that you are polarity of itself because you have Veronica and you have Dime. You've got the businesswoman. I can conquer anything, and then you've got Veronica. Listen, I can have anybody eating out of the palm of my hands, and I've seen it because you and I went to Whistler together. And while
We
there,
did.
we walked into a nightclub. Your daughter was with us, and we went in. We just wanted to have a drink and have a look around. We literally get a drink at the bar, and I turn around. I'm talking to Dime, and she's got two guys on the dance floor dancing with her. And I look around. I go, "What the hell? We just
Yep.
walked in.
Yep.
Can we sit and have a drink?" And she was up there dancing and got everybody
It
basically
happened. It
dancing.
happened. And
It
then
was fun.
remember the bartender? That was cuteness.
Yeah,
with
adorable.
sweetness,
Oh,
cuteness. Oh,
well, or something. I don't know.
gave
It's
us
like I'm the third wheel everywhere we went, and there was only two of us. So you explain that.
it's all
Oh,
about energy. I'm the
it
vibration of
is.
freedom.
Yes,
Yeah.
you totally are. Freedom and passion and all the fun things. So
Hmm.
speaking of fun, then what would you say your guilty pleasures are?
Oh my God, I'm so transparent about this. My guilty pleasures are fucking trash TV.
Right.
Like, holy fuck, humans are weird. Like, oh, oh, I'm like, the trashier, the better. Like, just give me drama. I have no drama in my life. So other people's like, oh, right?
Right.
Like,
Right.
oh, people operate like this. What? And I sit there with Trevor and Frankie, my dog, and I'm like, did you hear what she did? She didn't. Like, oh my
Wow.
God, I love trash TV.
And Trevor the cat is right into it, of course, being the cat and all. I love
Yep.
it. Love
Yeah.
and a good glass of Prosecco. You like a good glass of Prosecco or whiskey? Something
Whiskey
really
right
good.
now. Yeah, I tend to like swing in different things. So right now I'm all about whiskey.
Mm.
Like I just ordered these like decadent cherries, like these wild decadent cherries that are
Are
in
they
like,
like boozy cherries?
yeah, in like cherry
Yes.
brandy. Well, actually they're not. I put them in cherry brandy. So I bought like
Ooh,
they come in this glass jar, really awesome. And then I bought like the fancy picks to pick them to put them in my Manhattan, like all out. I've got like the whole like my bar looks like one of those bars that would be in a 50-year-old man, white man's office in New York. Like
right. I love that. I
got it all.
love that. That is
Hmm.
so cool. That is
Hmm.
really cool. Okay, so then let's move on to our next question because I think this one will tell a lot about who you are. If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be? Just the two of you.
Just two people that I would, I don't think I have an answer for that because like part of one of the here's how I'm going to turn the question. Like I have these psychic gifts and I'm a medium and I can visit with anything, right? So I've had deep conversation with Nikola Tesla. This sounds way off in left field, but it is what it is. So I've had deep conversation with Nikola Tesla. I've had deep conversation with my passed away grandmother who was like the coolest human in the entire world, right? So instead, I think it's more about in each like we're so diverse and we're so you know what? Actually, I'm going to change it all. Einstein.
Oh, you're
Not
going hard. Yeah,
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 because like
yeah.
I want to see how autistic are you? Like I want to be witness to the chaos or um
The genius.
the genius in that or
Yeah.
no, I'm going to rewrite all that. Let me wipe it off. You obviously already know who the answer is and I didn't think of it till right now. It took me a minute. Fucking Taylor Swift. I would have dinner
Yeah.
with Taylor Swift and I would ask so many questions in regards to where does her creative marketing genius Easter egg stuff come from? Because that woman is a genius.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
She's definitely a star seed. Like you don't plan
I
things
think so. Hmm.
3 years ahead the way she does. And all of her songs tie into songs on a previous album. It's like one continual song that she's writing.
Yeah.
And every time she comes out with a new album, and I always check the lyrics and I go, wait a minute, this is a song from an album. This is part two of a song that she had on an album 8, 10 years ago. The whole
Hmm.
thing is completely mind blowing. Who works like
It's
that?
it's everything about like I know so many people are like whatever in or out. Like people are all in or all out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's created a movement. So she's
Yes.
created a movement of love and connection.
Yeah.
She is her own dorky, quirky self, which I admire. She's so authentic,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And she's a genius,
Yeah.
like
100%.
lyrically and marketing wise. Like every
Yeah.
like woman is
Yeah.
badass. Yeah,
Amazing, right?
yeah.
Amazing. And very sweet to boot too. So who's your celebrity crush then? If you don't know who you're going to have
Taylor
dinner with, who
Swift.
we'll just write her down for
We'll just
all
put
of
her down
the
for all the things.
answers.
No, my celebrity crush would be I like really powerful women.
Hmm.
So like Hmm, like Charlize Theron, Pink, obviously, like
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
super badass, cool, but
yeah.
she's still got some healing I think she needs to do, in my personal opinion. Um, but I don't like. I crush on what people bring to the world more than I crush on the people. So that makes me
Ah,
crush on the people, like how
yeah,
you represent, what you bring to the world, how you inspire. I crush hard on that.
yeah,
And then that
yeah.
makes me crush on the person. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like falling in love, right? Like you fall in love with the essence of that
Mm.
person, their
Mhm.
energy,
Mhm.
their intelligence before anything else. And then
Mhm.
you go, yeah, okay. That's why I always say, men who want to sleep with women, you got to get in here before you get in the pants. You got to have some
Oh,
intelligence
you gotta, you
about you.
gotta, you gotta like play the mind strings before you
Oh
can
yeah.
play the clitoris. Yeah, 100%.
It's
100%.
all a fine instrument. So have you ever watched the show Survivor? The desert island. They vote
Yeah, a
people
long
off.
time ago, I would
Okay.
never, I would die.
I would too. That's way too much eating bugs for me. But
I'd be over and
if
I'm
you
too
were,
bougie.
if no, I don't know though. If you were on the island, let's talk about that. If you were on the island, why would you not be voted off? Why would they keep you?
They would get rid of me so fucking fast. They'd literally be like, I don't know who this bitch thinks she is because I'm all about team spirit. I'm all about morale. I'm all about working together. But I am such a fucking leader. Right? Like that's what you and I both have in common, but I love when I come to visit you
Yeah,
because you just take over. Like
bossy,
I am
bossy.
such a leader and yeah, yeah, you're bossy. You're super bossy. Whereas I'm like constantly psychoanalyzing.
Yes, yes.
So I would be, and I'm too psychic. So I would be in the group and I'd be like, oh, so when you were two and your mom did that thing to you, that's what's actually impacting your communication and your ability to do this within the group because there's this failure syndrome going on. So how about we talk about that? I'll start the fire for you while we talk this out. Right. So I'd either be really loved because I'd be like the
Yes,
therapist in the group, or they'd be
yes.
like, get her the fuck out. But
She's
then
got to go.
also, I'm the one who brings the party at the same time.
Well, see,
So
this is what I mean. So you might make it to the very end. And the only reason people wouldn't like you is because you have that insight that only a psychic has, and that might scare the shit out of them. So they might go, "She's got to go. She knows too much," because they always get rid
yeah.
of the biggest competition, right? That's kind of how that
And
show
I
works.
also am really, really, I have a really competitive nature.
Yeah.
Like
Yes, you
I'm,
do.
yeah, I played sports in high school and um yeah, I am so competitive.
Yeah.
Like and it's not that I like want to win. I just get too excited, right? And so I get like really excited so then I'm all fucking in and then it comes across as competitive because I'm like,
Yeah.
let me amazing.
Right.
Yeah. And
Right.
I am one of those women that's my whole life, I've always wanted to be aware of my opportunities of growth. So when it comes to like
Ah,
a sport or a game or something like that, I'm like, oh, I could be better at this. Oh, I could be better here. Oh, I could be better here. And so yeah, it comes across like, a little controlling.
yeah. Yeah. But do you feel though that you're misunderstood sometimes? How do you feel people misunderstand you?
Do you want me to be a cunt about it or you want me to be nice about this?
I want you to be whatever you feel you need to be right now.
Okay. So those that I am in service to and with and walking beside get me and
Yeah.
really resonate with me because I'm very transparent about everything and I'm ADHD out the ass, dyslexic, weirdo, right? And I get spicy, I get passionate, I get all the things. So cool beans. Those people, my people understand me. My people are a very small amount of people in the entire scale of things. So this is where I'm going to be a bit of a bitch. Weak people fucking misunderstand me left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Like weak people misunderstand me and
Mm,
push me away. And I can spot weakness in half a heartbeat now because I've since met so many of them. Um,
right.
but yes, I can be very misunderstood because it also flies out of my mouth really fast sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
sometimes I get going and people are like, what the fuck is she talking about? I'm like, oh God. And then I have this thing where I have no filter. And I know I can't be the only one. I really want to see in the comment section to make sure I'm not the only one on this. I have this lack of filter. So sometimes I'll be like, I'll say things, it'll come out of my mouth, and I'm like, fuck me sideways. I can't take that back now. Like, shit. Right. Like, oh my gosh, my most embarrassing moment with that. An old friend of mine, his aunt was diagnosed with cancer and it was like some really aggressive form of cancer. And so he's telling me, and I'm sort of dissociated at the moment. So I'm not fully present, which happens a lot. Right. And I go,
Yeah.
wow, so they're not going to be here very long then, eh? Like, who
Yeah.
says that? Oh
Out
my
of the
God.
mouths of babes, they say.
Yeah, the mouths of like ADHD. Oi.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can be misunderstood because of that.
Yeah. I think also the psychic piece plays into that too. When I tell people, for example, when you come visit me in Vancouver, which I think you're due for a visit, by the way,
Yeah,
but
I am.
but when you come to visit me in Vancouver, and when I tell my friends, there's a lot of people that would love to meet you, and I'm very protective, should I say, over who
Hmm.
gets to meet you, because I know they kind of freak out a little bit about the psychic piece, like, oh my God, is
Everybody
she going to
does.
know everything about me? Like,
Yeah.
but you don't operate that way. I think the word psychic is highly misunderstood.
Hmm. I really truly I'm in a phase in my life where I don't believe in any of that. I believe in quantum entanglement. Like
Yeah.
I'm such a quantum nerd. Like the biggest quantum nerd you will ever meet. And I'm like, "Oh my god, everything's just quantum entanglement." And my brain gets it.
Yes.
But people need titles to understand you, right? I can't be like, "Oh, well, actually," because how do you walk in and be like, "Hi, I'm actually just a fraction of you and you're a fraction of me, and therefore I can really
Right.
understand you and resonate with you and see you." Like
Right.
you can't do that. So psychic is the term that I've used forever because yeah, that fits.
Hmm.
And every time I meet someone new, they're always like, "Oh, I'm so scared." Like, "Oh, I'm so nervous around you." And I'm like, "Holy fucking God, if you could just like I'm just a girl over here. Be nice to
Yeah.
me and we'll be
Yeah.
fine."
Yeah. And you know what's interesting? Because the few people that I've made friends with that are psychics, there's three of you. The other two, not really so much part of my life anymore. But the same thing came out of all three of you, which I found very interesting is when you were little and realized you had this gift, you assumed everybody else had it too. And you just went
Yeah.
about your life like to do. And then
Yep.
one day you realize that others don't have that gift.
Mhm.
And then what do? You just try to stymie that. You just don't want to use it. You put it away for a
Well,
while.
it's not like one day it goes, "Oh, not everybody can do this." One day what
Right.
happens is your imagination is too wild, child.
Mm,
You have learning issues. You're to this, you're to that, you're to this, you're to that, you're to this, you're to that. And I remember like getting a lot of flack over my imaginary friends because I can see spirit because I'm a medium and I can also see aliens, like I'm galactic, right? So I can see all the things. I can move between realms. This has just always been the way I've been. And then when you get like, we're gonna put you on medication. Like when
mm,
I heard that, it was like, oh no, I'm broken. And so you go through a very quiet timeline, especially being psychic, of being witness to everybody around you and morphing yourself to be accepted
right.
by them.
Yes.
So just energetically, emotionally, um, with my words, with my accent, even my body language. Like I just kept morphing myself to be quiet and to fit in, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you kind of have no choice at some point. It comes out of your mouth, and you're like I remember the first time I said I was psychic. I remember that
Oh,
defining moment when for the
how old were
first
you?
time ever, I was 20.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
20. And I was having a conversation with someone and they were talking about going to a psychic. And I was like, oh, well, I'm a psychic. Like, you could have just asked me. And I
Mm,
was like, did I just say that?
right.
Did I just say that? Yeah. And then I
Was
was
that a
like,
turning point for you then after you kind of put it out there?
yeah,
Because when you speak it out loud, that changes the vibration as
yeah,
well, right?
yeah. And I didn't even mean to speak it out loud. It came out of my mouth.
Right.
And I was like, where did that even come from? Right. Like
Mm,
my higher self stepped in for half a second and set me straight.
yeah.
Yeah. But there
Yeah.
was that really defining moment. And then I was like, oh, all right, I'm going
Yeah.
to go for it. Yeah.
I like that. That's cool. So I got one more question for you. This is a big one because I know so many people look up to you. Your following has been growing leaps and bounds, especially lately. Like, holy
Oh, I know.
smokes, it
Right.
seems like thousands per day.
Hmm.
So, with that happening, there's a lot of people that look up to you. You always say you should want to, you're either going to want to be me, fuck me, or
Walk
walk
beside me.
beside me. Right. Those were
Yep.
the three things. So, who do you look up to then? You have all of these people that are watching you, looking up to you. Who do you look up to?
Um, Yeah, it's one of the questions that I hate the most because it's going to sound weird. I look up to those in my life who literally are in my life who choose to grow. I'm
Mm,
inspired by those who choose to grow.
that's a
I
great
am
answer.
not I'm not inspired by like I think Taylor Swift is the fucking bomb. I think she's
Yeah,
cool, but
yeah,
that's not she's not my inspiration. I'm
right,
not inspired by celebrities. I'm not inspired by anybody who doesn't want to stand in the crowd.
right.
Right? Like I truly feel that we're all in this together. And
Yeah,
I never want it to be the dime show, even though it ends up that way sometimes because that's my role. But I'm inspired by those who are vulnerable.
hmm,
I am inspired like true vulnerability. and those who are self aware, that are like, how do I grow with this? That
Right.
literally inspires me, moves me to emotion, to excitement, to want to do the same thing. It reminds me of like, because I feel like being in a seat where you have followers and being in a seat where you're supporting people through things and I'm bringing content forward and I'm teaching courses and all these things, that's a heavy responsibility, right?
Yes.
I don't take
Yes.
that lightly and I don't take it for granted. And so I have to be very self-aware. Am I bringing the right
Hmm.
energy to the room? Am I teaching this because it actually works and makes change in my life? Or am I just trying to make a buck? Right? Like there's so many
Right.
people out there and I don't want to operate in that way whatsoever.
Right.
So being in the ability to watch with honor people figure themselves out,
Yeah.
it just like it inspires the 8-year-old within me. And I'm like, yeah, we're fucking in this together. This is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as one grows, then we all grow. So it's
Yeah.
great to see that. It
Yeah.
just makes you feel like, yes, this is working. This is good.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I'm all about change. I want to see change. I want to know. I want evidence.
Yeah.
I don't want
Right.
some lofty Rhonda Rhonda Brine? Rhonda who the fuck wrote The Secret? I can't remember her last name right now.
Oh, no, I can't remember either. I
But I
don't,
don't want some lofty bullshit. Don't waste my time. If it
yeah.
hasn't fully changed your life and it hasn't changed the life of the people, like the lives in your life, then I don't
Yes.
want anything to fucking do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
lot of content creators out there now that are, I mean, you can find whatever stage of your journey you're on, you can find somebody that is delivering the material that you can relate to. So
Mm-hmm.
just don't waste your time if you can't resonate. That just means it's not for you. It doesn't mean it's bad, doesn't mean it's wrong.
100%.
It's just not there for you right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I tell people that all the time because, I retired from radio, what was it, 3 years ago, just before I found you. And this is all shows, divine timing, if you will. It shows how everything was really mapped out in my life. And I've been looking back over the last, what am I now, 62, the last 62 years of my life, and looking at how everything really, truly was mapped out. And
Mm-hmm.
you always say you did things the hard way, but when you look back at how it was mapped out, like you can see
Mm-hmm.
how why it was done that way and all the things you've learned and all the people you're helping as a result of that.
Yeah. And it's not, I say it like that because I think it's funny. But the truth is like, I am the one, like, my role is I use the analogy in life that life is like a fucking jungle and everybody's kind of dropped off in the middle and most people will just stay there, right? They'll stay in the
Mm,
middle with all the other people with their picnic tables and their tents and their little things and they won't let themselves explore what's truly available for you. And
hmm.
my choice has been to go explore the jungle. And with
Yes.
that, I've fallen into some quicksand, like this
Yeah.
narcissist once upon a time. I have found the snake pit. I have come face to face with monsters because I went exploring. And
Hmm.
as I went exploring, I marked my trail. I like, okay, where do I not go? Where do I actually go? And then as I discover pieces of that, that's what I bring forward, with my
I
content
find
for
that
my students.
interesting because with you having all of the abilities that you have, and yet in some ways it just appears, and maybe this was because you were younger, it appears that you were naive at points in your life, like for example falling in love with a narcissist. Like part of me goes, Diam, you were psychic, you can read people better than
Oh,
anybody I know. What
no,
did, was that part turned off? What happened there?
no, it's like I didn't believe in myself, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, you can have all these gifts and you can be a psychic. It doesn't make you an exceptional human at all. You're still a human going through internalizing the challenges you've moved through. Like, I had a shit ton of abuse as a kid and neglect and
Yeah.
abandonment and all of the things. And that made me truly believe that I was insignificant, right? And
Yeah.
so you don't know your worth. And it was a journey of evolution for me to find myself, for me to come
Yeah.
home to myself, for me
Yeah.
to be fully transparent, to be fully authentic, to be brave enough to be vulnerable. That was a journey. And so, the narcissist in my timeline, I actually had this conversation with my daughter this morning. I was like, one red flag is one red flag.
Yes.
And I had to
That's
learn that
enough.
lesson, right? And it took me
Right.
a long time because I was looking at the potential.
Of
not the
course.
red
And we all
flags.
do. We all
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. And so it just took me some time to navigate being brave enough to say, oh, that's a red flag. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
yellow flag. I'm like, no, fuck this. I'm not doing that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it took some growth for me. It took some courage for me to learn how to love my fucking self so
Yeah.
that I didn't have to have it from another person. And then that's when love got good for me. So
Yeah.
it's not that, being a psychic or all these things that you can just, yeah, I could read right into what's broken with him. And part of my psychic gift is I see the absolute most beautiful thing in you. That's how my psychic gifts work.
Yeah.
So I see the highest possible outcome for you. I see your purity. I see your soul. I see the truth in your heart. I see the broken little kid within you. I see I see all of that with my psychic
Yeah.
gifts and
Yeah.
how to navigate to your highest possible outcome. So when it came to the narcissist I was with, it was the exact same fucking thing. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, when he was 13, he had this happen." And then, my heart is
Yeah.
huge, believe it or not. Even though I'm a
It
raging
is.
bitch, my heart is so fucking big that it gets me into trouble.
100%. 100% it
Mhm.
does. That's
Mhm.
exactly how it works. As
Mhm.
we always say, the only way you can really come into your self-worth is through authenticity, right? If you cannot, for people that are fighting for, I don't deserve that, I'm not worthy of that, is because you're not authentic. You haven't
Mm.
found the authentic you yet. And once you find
Yeah.
that, then you won't settle for anything else. Then it's like, nope,
Mm-mm.
not good enough. Bye. See you
Yeah.
later. You
Yeah.
go
You
figure
do
your
not
shit out.
match.
Maybe you can
Exactly.
come back. Maybe you can't. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't matter right now because it doesn't match. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
sure.
That's how it goes. Wow.
That's a journey in
Well,
itself. That could be a whole conversation for us one day.
oh, yeah, I've got a whole
Mhm.
list of topics, but again, we want to know what everybody else wants to hear. What
Mhm.
do you want to talk about?
Mhm.
What is the deal? My gosh,
All right. Are you done with my questions?
I'm done. There might be more
Okay.
throughout, but I think
Okay.
for
Okay. You
now.
can ask. Okay. So I know you. Like I feel like I know so like I know your inner corners, like I
Yeah.
love you so much. And I know, not to put words in your mouth, I know that you're often misunderstood, right?
Yes. Yes.
And people see how you walk into a space and not necessarily the delicate, beautiful creature that you are. So when it comes to how you are perceived, what is your biggest fear with that? What is your biggest fear with being perceived on this podcast?
Wow. That's changed a lot just in the last couple of months. My thing was always, don't perceive me as being too much because
Mm-hmm.
my
Mm-hmm.
personality, like you, I can fill up a room just with
Mm-hmm.
me. and,
Yeah.
and that's so I've the interviewer, and this is how, when I say our lives were kind of mapped out for us, getting into broadcasting and interviewing people, I have found that I have such great interest in other people that the first thing I will do is gravitate to the quietest person in the room, and I'm going to go talk to them, and I will draw them out of their shell. I like to ask questions because I learn about myself through other people. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be perceived as being too much or as being nosy, because there's also that fine line
Mm-hmm.
between getting to know somebody and going, hey, this is too personal what you're asking over here. So using humor often works with that too. So
Yeah.
I might walk into a room, people might go, huh, what's her deal? I don't want to talk to her. But by the end of it, they're giving me a hug and saying, hey, that was really fun. That was really cool. And that's
Yeah.
my whole thing, is trying to help people perceive me the way I see me, is just kind of an open hearted person who's very curious. I want to know
Mm-hmm.
about you. I know about me. I don't need to ask questions about me. I want to know about you.
Yeah.
What makes you tick? That's why
Yeah.
I read memoirs and biographies and I love to read about what makes people tick, because
Mm-hmm.
everybody's a little bit different, but there's always a lot of similarities within. As you say, there's always that fraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Always. I
Mm-hmm.
love that.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Mm.
Loving. Loving. Okay. Tell me the best part about no longer being in broadcasting.
Oh, I get to sleep in.
Oh.
It was funny because I did morning radio for so long, and loved every minute of it. It was definitely my passion at the time, but I knew it was time to go as well. And the best part is not having to kowtow to certain things that I don't believe in. There's a kind of a company line, no matter where you work, no matter what industry, there's always that company line. And sometimes you don't always agree with it. but
Mhm.
you have to go along for what's best for the team or the image of, in this case, it was the radio station. So you kind of have to put your personal feelings aside. And that can, when you're on this journey of self awareness, that is really difficult to not be able to be your whole true self.
Mhm.
Being on the radio is a little bit like acting out a role. I always said it's like those Broadway players that play in a play for 40 years. They just keep
Mhm.
doing the same. You become that person. And I
Mhm.
had a real hard time when I left radio separating Karen Daniels from Karen Bosch because my real name's Karen Bosch, but on the radio I was Karen Daniels for decades. And who is this Karen Bosch now? Because I only know this one over here that had
Mhm.
to play by these rules. And yes, be authentic, but not fully authentic because you still have to play that role and you have
Mhm.
to do what's best for the team around you. And I always worked with other people, so it was so it's nice now to be able to do what Karen wants to do and to truly be authentic, to truly stretch out and see what else is out
Mhm.
there. And
Mhm.
it's funny because when I told a few people this podcast was coming, they all said the same thing. Well, we knew it. We knew you couldn't stay away for long. It was like,
Oh my
you're
gosh.
going to be shocked to hear what it's about because it is nothing
Exactly.
to do with the little itty bitty current event crap going on in our daily
Yep.
lives. This
Yep.
is so much deeper and bigger than that. So,
Mhm.
and I thank you for coming into my life and scratching that surface, scratching that
Oh my
itch.
gosh. So excited about it. Yeah. Yeah. And
So
it's so
cool.
interesting because
Yeah.
we do go through these phases where like I have a huge corporate background. I have a
Yeah.
massive background. It's disgusting how big it is. But um because Sagittarius, I like to learn and I like to grow. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
But it's
Absolutely.
like you when you are in, and that's one of the things that I see in not all, but a lot of people who are creating content. One of the snares that I don't ever want to fall into is creating for like being what you want me to be, right?
Exactly.
Like it's
Exactly.
really challenging to
It
be in a
doesn't work.
situation. It doesn't at all because
No.
I can't, it's not true to me.
Boom.
And that is
Yeah.
where I will have followers fluctuate. Like I'll have a whole bunch of people come in, they'll be in my classes, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, you're not what I want you to be."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I get letters, right? Like you're not what
Yeah.
I want you to be, so I'm out. And it's like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
how about how about acceptance?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I can. It's so interesting to me that fluctuation, and it's even the same thing with like being a mom.
Right.
Like this is the thing that I'm going through with being a mom. My children are grown ass adults, and my son and his girlfriend, I'm not what they want me to be for them,
Right.
and so therefore there's space.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, it's so women, all humans, we go through this. But I think women
Yes.
are where hearts are, we're such nurturers by trade, and we're
Yeah.
trained to give our heart, give our heart, give our heart, give, and we overgive and overgive and overgive until we
Yeah.
have this like moment of like, but what am I? Who am I? Right?
Right.
That
Right.
reinventing moment. Yeah.
Right. And, and women always traditionally, we never want to look selfish by saying, listen, I need some me time so I can refill
Yeah.
my bucket so I can give more, because that's looked on as selfish. And that's part of what needs to change in society. And that's why we have such a mental health problem in this world as well, is because everybody just gives and gives and gives. And there is nothing
Hmm.
inside to give anymore. And you're going to crash and burn. And
Yep.
that's what's happening. So we have to turn that narrative around and make it more like you look after yourself first,
Yeah. I call it
especially
self
moms.
whole. Like I
Yes.
jokingly say, I don't do anything ish. So I'm not going to be self
Yeah.
ish. I'm self whole.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
And there's so much more for me to give. And I even remember
Yes.
like when Corey and I first got together, he was like, this one time trying to skirt around the comment of being me, him perceiving me as selfish because like I take care of me.
Oh,
And I
yes.
remember him like trying to like find a way to be like, well, you really do give to yourself. And I was like, yeah, you're fucking welcome.
Hmm.
Because if I
Yeah.
didn't, I wouldn't have anything to give to you. And
Bingo.
why don't you look at what I give in my career? Why don't you look at what I give to our kids? Why don't you look at like, and he was like, oh, and it's taken him, we've been together 5 years. It's taken him till this weekend to
Ow.
understand that for himself. We had this like
Well,
really crazy
yay.
conversation. And this weekend was the weekend where he went, oh my God, I can't bring this to our relationship if I don't have it to bring. And I'm like, wow, 5 years it took you to get
Light
that.
bulb moment.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, 5 years. I've been married 33 years. So I'll tell you when I get there. Not yet.
I can't even imagine. I cringe when someone's like,
Oh,
this is like, I've been married 33 years. And I'm like, how are you with the same person for 33 years?
right.
That's a long time, but it goes so
It's a long
fast.
time.
It goes so
It does,
fast.
it does. And there's different so many phases in your life, especially as a woman. When you're a kid and a teen, it's one thing. Then you get in your 20s, and in your 20s you're allowed to be a little selfish because you're kind of discovering who you are and where
Mhm,
you belong in the world. Then in your 30s, you're usually married, you've got a house, you've got kids, you're starting that family dynamic, which is a whole other thing. In your 40s, suddenly okay, your kids don't need you as much. They're grown up or they're at least older, and you're kind of established in your career so you can afford to take a few more risks, and that's when life gets really fun. I always said in my 40s
mhm.
is when shit got fun, and then in your
Yeah.
50s it's just more of that, and you really do the deep dive on self-discovery, and it's like, wow, there's a pretty killer person inside here. I just needed the time and the awareness to get in and really sort through the muck and
Yeah,
figure out
yeah.
who that person is. And when you do, wow, you totally fall in love with yourself again. You totally see a whole new set of priorities, and that's when you can change the world. And
Mhm,
that's what we need all women to do, really. Take the
mhm.
time.
Take the time.
It starts with
Okay,
that.
so then what are the 3 words you would use to describe Karen?
Definitely bossy. I kind of like that. I used to, I've been called bossy since I was a little girl. And I remember my sister said to me, Karen, you're never going to have any friends because you're so bossy. And I went, well, fuck them then. So the friends
Then
that
you
and it's
married a
true.
man where your last name is Bosch and we call you
Is
Boshy.
Boshy, and it works. That's the blue avian in me, and I can't help it. I always called myself clipboard Karen because I used to tell people, I used to take winners backstage at concerts and stuff, and I'd always say, listen, just walk in with confidence. If you don't have a pass, I got a clipboard. I can walk in. I can get anywhere backstage with a clipboard because I'm walking with my head up. And nobody stops you. It's that
Yeah,
confidence that people they go, okay, she must belong here. I'm not going to question it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I would hope they would say she's confident, a little bit bossy, and fun.
Mhm.
Sense of humor. I find humor wins a lot of battles. It always
Yeah,
has and always will. There might be somebody who doesn't really like you that much that you meet somewhere along the way, and you can always somehow get them to smile or laugh, or they go, okay, well, maybe she's not that big of a bitch. She made me
yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
That's kind of softens the situation a little bit.
Aw, it's so cute. That's so you. So you. Yeah, whereas I'm
Yay.
like, "You think I'm a bitch? Oh, just wait."
Just wait. But your
Just
sense of
wait.
humor, we had a situation where there's a third, there's the three of us. There was Lisa as well, Lisa Real, who is the third part. And the three of us get together every July, although it should be more often than that. And the stupid stuff we get up to, you had all those Snapchat filters. We had so
Oh my
much
god.
fun just
Yeah.
pretending to be different people as grown ass women. You expect that from teenagers, but that kind of silly fun, and that came from you, like that whole kind of let's just be silly and have fun. I haven't done that in decades, and it's so
Oh,
fun.
it's a weekly occurrence for me. Like,
Good.
Friday nights are either my I'm Corey's whore or like, the sexy whatever,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
whatever needs to happen there, or it's complete humor and kitchen dance party.
Yeah.
Like that's part of my when I look at have I lived, I look at my daily and then I look at my weekly and then I look at my monthly.
Yeah.
So like every full moon I sit and go, okay, how am I living next month? Like what's on my bucket list? What are things that are really going to help me thrive, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Yay. Well,
Okay.
and that's kind of what we want this podcast to be, right? Be bold, be real, be
Mhm.
raw, just take it by the horns and
Yeah.
live life. That's how you're really going to. So that's why we're calling it permission slip. This is
Yeah.
it.
We are your permission slip. Like we're going to
Yeah.
write it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like next Halloween, I think that we should do like a big, huge event where we just have permission slips and we just write out,
Oh,
hand them
yes.
out,
Here's yours.
hand them
Here's
out.
yours. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
Hmm,
I'm
hmm.
in. Boo.
Yeah. That'll be so much fun.
Perfect. All right.
All right. I want to know one more thing.
Yeah.
What was your motivation within yourself that made you want to sit on camera with me?
You know, it's going to be a little selfish, but or self-whole is the growth, the epiphanies, the internal changes that are happening from the inside out every time I'm with you. I told you this the
Mm,
other day. It's 2 weeks can go by where we haven't had our little text chat or whatever. And as soon as, it can be 3 words. Hey, just thinking about you. What are you doing tonight? Cheers to you. We'll each show our Friday afternoon drink or whatever. And immediately something happens within me because you get me and fully get me. I mean,
yeah.
as we always say, there's people that get bits of you, but you fully understand me, and we have a shared link, which we'll get into in another podcast on how I know your grandmother Ruth in a whole different way, through a previous life or a parallel
Mhm,
life, I should say.
mhm.
Uh, and it just brought me so close to you. It's like you are my sister, you're my daughter, you're my niece, you're my best friend, you're all of these things wrapped into one person. And every time I work with you, I get better. So this is
Oh,
when I get to be my best,
I
that's where you
love it.
want to be. That's the
Yeah.
ultimate.
Oh, it's the best spot to be. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Amazing. I
So I
love
get how
that.
you must feel working with students and seeing that come out of them from the beginning to the end, when you do
Mhm.
your one-on-ones. The difference
Yeah.
from beginning to end must just be
It's it's
unbelievable.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah,
I feel so honored. I want to
yeah,
say blessed, but blessed is like putting my power outside of myself. I feel honored because
yeah.
like I get to fully witness someone. And the students that I choose to work with, I only take on a few each month. They I choose those that are ready to be truly courageous with me and
Yeah.
show me who they are. And to be the first person to truly see someone,
Mhm.
like to truly, truly, truly see somebody, like all of it. And
Yes.
there's no flaws. There's never flaws. It's just uniqueness.
Right.
And it's just it's such an incredible journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If people would stop using the words perfection and flaws, because neither one of those things exist.
They don't
You just are.
exist.
You just
Yeah.
are.
You just are. Yeah.
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 I love that
It's the
too.
most incredible experience to just sit and be full witness to someone. Like it's neat.
Agreed.
Yeah.
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 Agreed.
Very cool.
So,
And then to be able to help them like understand themselves even better. Like that's cool
yes.
too.
Oh,
Yeah.
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Hmm.
It's a good service. It's a good service you do, you know? Clean the windows too. And we got a deal.
Yep. Yeah. We got
Okay.
a deal. All right. Well, let's
All
wrap this
right.
up.
Yes.
I'm so grateful that we got to have this time together.
Me too.
And yeah, and hit us in the comments. Like, let us know topics you want to talk about. Did you
Yeah.
resonate? We'd love to hear your 3 words. What are your 3 words that you describe yourself as, or how you want desired to be perceived?
Yes.
And we're in for it. We're here for it. So, welcome to Permission
Yeah.
Slip, and we will see you next time.
Next
Bye,
week.
gang.
Bye.